Okay, so downloaded Tomcat 9. Still it is not completed. Okay, meanwhile not possible. Let's wait. Go to downloads folder. Okay, Tomcat 9 is available. Extract it. That's it. Extract it here and leave it. Done. Tomcat is 9 is available. Go to Eclipse. Once again, right? I'll show you from step 1. File new. Okay. Dynamic web project. Give the project name. Choose runtime here. Click on new runtime. It will give you Apache options here. Select Apache 9. Click next. Browse. Go to downloads where you exactly downloaded. Choose Tomcat 9. Finish. So you got it finally. I'll use basic servlet version 2.2. That's it. You add it. Finish. So create a simple dynamic web project. Create a dynamic web project. And in the servers window, you can add your server. As of now, no server it is showing, right? So click on add server. Apache. Okay. Apache 9. Apache 9 from downloads, correct. Right. Finish it. So server is added here. First thing what you need to do, just double click on the server file. One thing we need to modify. One thing you need to modify, which is port number 8080 is already using. So I'll make it 9090. Save it. And timeout also if you want to change. Basically 45 seconds it will give you. Sir, I created a big application which is taking 1 minute, 2 minutes time. But Tomcat will not wait till your application startup. So if you want to increase some time here, you can increase. 200 seconds I want to give, sir. Give it. For applications which are having large logic to initialize. Okay, Tomcat is perfectly configured. Now work on your code. A dynamic web project is created. Dynamic web project got created here. Inside web pages, you need to have your output pages. And inside source, you will be having your source code. So here is web.xml file. You need to configure dispatcher servlet. Dispatcher servlet from where it will be available from your Spring Web jar file only. Spring Web jar file is having dispatcher servlet. So first copy all that library here and configure your dispatcher servlet here. Open web.xml file, servlet, servlet name, dispatcher, servlet class, dispatcher servlet, org dot. It is there in Spring Framework package, org dot Spring Framework dot web dot mvc dot dispatcher servlet. Oh. So what is the right path? What is Spring Framework? Web, maybe servlet. Ah, correct. My guess is correct. Under servlet package, it is there. So you need to configure your servlet here, exact location. If you don't know, just copy it. And URL pattern, servlet mapping. For every servlet, we need to give mapping. Otherwise, servlet is for no use. And in that mapping, you need to give same servlet name with the URL pattern. Star dot, I'll put something, SMS. Any extension, star dot star, star dot SMS, star dot A, star dot B, or star dot ICICI, application name, any extensions you can put. Clear. My dispatcher servlet is configured. For every request which is having dot SMS, I'll execute it. Cool. Now I'm going to create one front end page here. Index.html. Index.html. A welcome page. Welcome to Spring MVC. A dummy page. No dynamic logics I have here. A simple page I have, no much logic. You can start and see. Nothing configured yet. So application is almost getting started. Almost. First time, right? It is taking time. Let's give it time. Almost getting executed. No, it is taking server adapter, download, JBoss, ORG. So once we start, this is the welcome page. It is loading. That is what explained here first, right? When we request any URL, first it will load the landing page. We configured web.xml file. We got the landing page. Even web.xml file also not required for simple landing page. We got simple landing page and there is no controller, no implementation at all. Nothing implemented. Just one landing page we received. What we achieved is we able to start the server and we able to get the landing page. Now in that landing page, I will create a form and I want to submit it to backend. I want to submit it to backend till this controller part. Once I get the request to controller part, I know how to handle that. So let's try to do that stuff here. I'll open index.html. I will create a form here. I'll create a form. Form action dot hello dot sms. We given dot sms extension need to be allowed, right? So this is like a filter. Web.xml allow only dot SMS extensions only to dispatcher servlet. So I'm creating a form here with the request method get. So as I said, right, HTTP methods. You can use get to post to put to delete to all these options you have. Using form object, you can either use get or post. It will allow both get or post. So I'm using simple get or you can use simple post. Anything should be fine. And from here, I'm sending a simple name, input, type, text, name equal to name. And a submit button. One submit button input, type, submit. Value, say hello. One line break I'm giving here, BR. Fine. I'll be having one text box and when I click on this button, it will generate this action. In that action, it will carry name also. Means it will take this action to backend with this name. It will keep that name into your HTTP protocol and it will take it forward to hello SMS action. But in this action, I need a controller. You understand that from the architecture, when there is any request, as a developer, I should configure mapping here in spring.xml file. In that mapping file using handler mapping, I should configure my controller, which means I created a simple hello form. For that hello form, I need to write a controller. So for this hello form, you need to write a controller now. This is my hello form. I would be writing a controller here. So go to your source directory, create a package, com.rbu.sms web. I'll be writing a controller here, class name, hello controller. How to write this controller? You have to implement it from an interface. As I'm not using any annotations, I'll be showing a simple example. A controller interface is available. A controller interface is available in Spring. Why it is not showing here? Because library is not added to build path. So let me go to build path, configure build path. In class path, add jar files. Those jar files are available in a lib folder also. Bus. Now check for this controller availability. See, this is not the way that we do in real time. Okay. We use mostly annotations. This is old way of MVC implementation. Why I am showing you here is you will get clarity on architecture. So that while doing annotations, you can easily imagine internally what's happening. Okay. So this is the method that it will provide request and response objects you will get here. So handle request method, you need to override compulsory. You should override. This method is there in this interface. As I am implementing it, I must need to implement it. So you are getting HTTP request and response both. Using request, you can get parameter. What parameter? Whichever you are sending from front end, this name, you can read it here. How I can read that name? When you have form like this, to read that data, to read each field data, right? this name. Using this name, you need to call get parameter, so that it will give you the same value here. Name. Done. You got the name. Finally, you need to give output in the form of what? Model and view. Model and view object you need to create. What is model and view? Model and view will hold your output page name. Sir, my input name is index.html. Now I want to send some output page. Can I give that output page.html, something like that? No. Only page name. What is your page? I want to give page name success, sir. My page name is success.jsp that I want to send. Don't even put that JSP extension. Give the only page name. And what about this null value? You need to pass a map object. I want to send some output. If you enter name Archana, I want to give response, hello Archana. That is what my requirement is. My requirement is clear that I want to send hello message. So where do I need to put that message? I need to create a map object. In that map object, whichever you want to show dynamically, back end to front end, if some data, if you want to send, you can send via this map object only. Message I want to send. What is that message? With your name, hello, dot, plus name. Keep this map object as a second argument here. And finally, you just return this MAV, model and view. It's clear. I returned a controller, it is returning model and view also. But some mapping is missing here, right? What are all the missing components in this code? Still, we don't have any mapping. No handler mapping file, no Spring XML file. When model and view is returned, no view resolver. Where do I configure all these? And finally, view page name only given. Where is the output page? That all components are missing now. Okay, let's provide each. Let's provide each. First, map your input page. Hello SMS request to hello controller. Where do I do that? You need to create one Spring XML file. You need to create one Spring XML file. Where do you create? You can keep it into WebINF under your WebINF itself. I'll tell you how to create that. So here is our front-end code, right? Here is our web.xml file, right? Along with web.xml file, you create one Spring XML file. You know, Spring XML file will have bean tags, blah, blah, blah. Now, what is the file name should be? Shall I use any name, sir? You can use any name. You can use any name. And there is a default name convention also. Whatever name you have used for this servlet, same name you should use here. Just rename it. Custom name also we can use. I'll tell you that. Okay. Dispatcher hyphen servlet.xml file, because I use dispatcher. What if I use Archana here, sir? You put Archana hyphen servlet.xml file. What if I use Nirmal here, sir? You can put Nirmal hyphen servlet.xml file. My application is student management system, sir. If I use student management system, you can create student management system hyphen servlet.xml file. Sir, I want to use only spring.xml file, no other names. You can put. Then some additional configurations we do here. We'll see that later. Anyway, I got a Spring XML file here. What I should do here? In this Spring.xml file, you need to do two configurations. What are they? Sending a front-end request to sending your front-end request to backend controller via handler mapping. One is handler mapping you need to put. Okay, first let's do handler mapping. What is my action? My action is hello.sms. For this hello.sms, you need to create a bean with name. First time you are seeing bean with name. Earlier we used IDs. Now your bean is having name. In that name you give URL of your controller. What is your controller? Your controller name is hello controller, which is there in the package com.rbu.web. Just enter. So com.rbu.web dot hello controller. So now when there is a request, the request is mapped to hello controller. Here, this is the request going to hello controller. Cool. I can able to forward my front end request to back end. That is fine. Now here I am sending a message, right, sir, to success page. Where should I configure the success page? You can create any page here under WebINF or under web app. WebINF is a safest location. I'll create some folder name called output pages. There I'll create the success page. As I have dynamic logic, right? Dynamically, I should read some data. That's where I will choose JSP. I'm using JSP, Java Server Pages, Servlet Pages, you can call. Here I can able to read this input data, whichever I given here, message for reading output, right? I can use that. How I can read that? So we have scriptlet. So here I can use request dot get attribute. I can read the message here. It will give string message. You can print that message using simple expression tag. You can print a message. Done. So this output message I am reading in success page. Fine. But who will inform to your dispatcher servlet? This page is there in output pages location. And this is having JSP extension. Who tells that? Your view resolver. Here you should have a view resolver configuration. Internal resource view resolver is a predefined class. In that predefined class, there are two variables that you need to set. There are two setter methods, set prefix, set suffix. This set prefix will tell location of your output page. Set suffix will tell extension of your output page. Now my output page therein, what is the folder name? Output pages. Copy this folder name. So this is my output page location and extension is JSP. Perfect. Now everything is good. I'm sending this action hello.sms. As .sms action you have, it will go to dispatcher servlet. Then dispatcher servlet will read this servlet.xml file, Spring XML file via handler mapping. It will understand this front end mapping need to go to which controller. Then your controller handle request method executed. Finally, you are returning model and view output. So in that you give an output page name from where output page need to be collected. This will inform as a view resolver. Finally, it will go to that output page and it will render to you as a output. That's it. As I explained in the architecture. Run on server. Already it is started. Next, finish. Do you want to restart? Yes. Application is getting restarted. Once again, my page is loaded. Hello world MVC. Now I'll give my name here, Naveen. I'll click on say hello. It is going to backend. Backend given response back. Hello Naveen. Done. Using same thing or same fashion, you can send any large data set from here. I send simple name. Maybe you can keep multiple text fields here and click on a button. The data will go to backend. From there, you can implement business DAO layers to save the data. And even you can try this. Even you can try this. Let me give you this link so that you can try it. Let's download Grok just to give access to you. Okay. Internet is, I think, little slower side. Yeah. Okay. So Ngrok for Windows, getting it for you. Download. A small file, 8 MB. Okay. Finally, file gets loaded. Downloaded here. Ngrok, extract it, run it. I'll just expose my port number. Ngrok, HTTP 9090. What happened? Not sure. Let me try again. Ngrok, HTTP 9090. Hey, something going wrong. I'll check this, okay? Ngrok might not be working. Ngrok, HTTP 9090. Something is blocking it. I'll check that, okay? Only 8080 must be available. Upgrade your account or something. No, not interested. So that's it. Okay. Yeah. Let's see it in local bus. Already we are getting output here. Yeah. Hope the architecture is clear and how to do coding also clear here, right? I'll share these recordings.